Hi everyone, it's Gigi again with a very special video today. I've been doing some cataloging and I pulled a few pieces out. This is going to be a video of my vintage Vera Bradley. Now I'm starting this, which is probably technically not vintage, but I'm going to start in the release of spring of 2007, and I do not have my entire collection here. I just have like a representation of each pattern. Some things I only have one thing in each pattern, others I have quite a few. But let's go ahead and get started. Got my little note cards here I'm going to go by. This is the first grouping. This is spring 2007. There were 4 patterns. There was Botanica, which is this one here, which is my #1 all-time favorite, which is kind of why I started with this one. And then there was Capri Blue. And then there was Pink Elephants back here. I always kind of like pink elephants too. Those 3 were retired in July of '08. Peacock was also released at that time, but Peacock retired in December of '08. So then let's move on to the fall of 2006. There were quite a few patterns with this one. There was Classic Black, just this one here. That's the only piece I have in that, by the way. Classic Black. Then there was Capri Melon, just this one. And then there was Windsor Navy and Medallion and Petal Pink. Now those all retired in January of '08. Here is the interior pattern of, oh, if I can, because I think I kind of like the interior of this one. You can see the little green and white there. There was one other release in that group, and that was Mesa Red. Oh, I got one little piece down here, Mesa Red. And Mesa Red stayed until July of that year, of '08. So that is that group. Move these over a little. Now let's go to spring of 2006. There were 3 releases. There are 3 patterns released. There was Citrus, which is the one that's right here in the front. It's very pretty. And by the way, it has little elephants on it. There was really quite the elephant theme back then with pink elephants. And then this one, I don't know what that was about, but we'll show the interior of this one. It has elephants on there as well. So that is Citrus, released in spring of '06. Hope, there was one called Hope, but I don't have any of that one. And that is when probably the most popular pattern that Vera Bradley ever put out was released, and that was Java Blue. Which when I looked this up, I was really surprised because this doesn't strike me as a spring color, but rather a fall. But anyway, it was released in this, Java Blue was released in January of '06, and it stayed out until November of 2010. So it had a very long run. Okay, let's move on to fall of 2005. Let me move over here a little bit better. And this is Chelsea Green. And this is Piccadilly Plum. I guess I should show you the interiors too. I keep forgetting to do that. And there's the interior of Piccadilly Plum. And there was an Alpine Black, but I don't have that. I thought that was Alpine Black, but I know it's not. I don't have that one, but I do have one piece in Houndstooth Brown, which is this one. It's a wallet in Houndstooth Brown. Okay, so that was fall of 2005. So let's go to spring of 2005. Really pretty, colorful colors that year. There was Bermuda Blue. And there's the interior, a pretty bright green. There was also Nantucket Red. And this one is lined in the same material. And those were, let's see, Nantucket Red ended in July of '06. And I believe Bermuda Blue was around until July of '07. Then we're going to move on to fall of '04. And there were 3 patterns. There was Emily, oh, and Vibrant Black. That's what this one over here was. I had it out of order. There was Emily, Vibrant Black, and Villa Red. And Vibrant Black is the only one I have in that pattern. Here is the little detail on the side. And that is the interior of Vibrant Black. Now, these here are for the spring of '04. There were 4 patterns then. New Hope, which I think, but I'm not certain, I think was the first breast cancer awareness pattern. Apple Green, which of course is this one here. There was also Sherbert, which was a pink and an orange, and I used to have a piece of that and I sold it on eBay. I kind of wish I hadn't now. And then Catherine, which is the yellow one here with the trim in blue and butterflies. Okay, so now let's see. Let's go. Let's see, is that all for that one? Sorry, I'm reading my notes, guys. That was spring of '04. Yep. Okay, so let's go over here. These are really some of my older patterns. We're going all the way back now to fall of 2001. There were 3 patterns that were released at that time. Red Bandana, Ming, and Zebras. And I have here a Ming. And I'm going to get up close so that you can see. Hopefully my camera will pick up the detail in this. Ming is very pretty. I like it a lot. I do carry this one actually every once in a while to church. And I have a wallet in it as well. And the interior is just black. Cute little purse. Very cute little purse. Then spring of '01, believe it or not, there was only 1 pattern that was released that year. And that is Blue Toil, or Tulle, as some people say. And it came out in January of '01 and was out until July of '03. And that's that pattern, and here is the interior of that. Then go back even farther. I'm going to move these over. Go back even farther. And this is the Animal Kingdom pattern, which came out in the fall of 2000. It ran from July of 2000 when it was released until January of '03. And it has all sorts. It has the elephants again, which is a Vera Bradley theme. But I'm going to move it up here under the light a little bit so you can see it better. There is a zebra. I think that's maybe a gazelle. A monkey. Isn't it cute? Isn't it different? I really like it a lot. Okay, so that was Animal Kingdom, fall of 2000. Now, the 2 oldest pieces of Vera Bradley that I have, this one here, this is Provincial Red, and it came out in the spring of 2000. And I also have a piece coming, I just ordered on eBay, from the spring of '96, and when I get it I will show it to you all. It is pastel blue. Now the very oldest piece I have, which is from the very first release of Vera Bradley, and that is this piece right here. I actually have it all written out in here. This was called Cream. It was released in January of 1985. And are you ready for this? It was out until July of 1994. So 1985 to 1994. Can you imagine that now? They changed the patterns. They're lucky to be out for a year anymore. This has a plastic lining. It's a brush and pencil. And you can kind of see the blue with a little white dot on it. So anyway, guys, there you go. It's all a big hot mess now that I went through it. But I just wanted to show you my collection of vintage Vera Bradley. Some people think some of those first patterns might not quite be vintage yet. But whatever. We all have our own opinions on that, right? So thank you for watching. Thank you for looking. Which one do you like? Which ones have have you never seen before. I love when I find a new Vera Bradley, whether it be at Plato's Closet or online on eBay. I just love it. I love collecting. And I still really like, one of my favorites is still Botanica. I still just love that pattern. I think it's so pretty. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a good day. This is Gigi, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.